Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, the 2nd of November, and I honestly have no idea what to talk about today. Um, Downloading DCU online right now to give it a spin. I don't intend to keep it around very long, just trying it out in comparison to what I've seen in Champions and City of Heroes. It's still downloading. It's been... Well, I mean, I started the download at around 10:30 this morning, and it's now 1:30. So it's 14.1 gigs in size, and that's pretty hefty. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but in contrast, I could say, you know, 8 years ago it was a completely different story for me, and I would not have even tried downloading such a file size. In 2003, when I started playing Galaxies, I don't know if I've told anybody this, well, at least not through the video. Um, I played Galaxies originally on a 56K modem. And so I had to pretty much stay away from populated areas. Now, back then, you could choose which planet you started on, and I chose Naboo. And I chose to hang out on Rory most of the time. Nobody was on the moon of Naboo, unless you were just poking around. I mean, really. And there were two cities on Rory. There's Narmley and Restus. And I hung out around Restus. Back then, it was a full town. It was kind of darkish, which was good for my computer. I didn't turn on shadows or anything, so it was good. And I had the graphics down all the way. So I just had to avoid going straight out the north end of the city, or one of the north entrances, because there was a group of bad guys there that I just could not handle at the time. So I would do mission terminal missions and kind of go off to the side and try and kill some squalls or night spiders or what have you. And, I'd come back, do it again, that sort of thing. And it would get kind of old pretty quick. So when a few years down the road, they turned Restus into a battleground. It's a PvP zone now. And I was kind of sad. I mean, it had been a while since I had actually hung out there at all. What happened was in 2003, I played for several months on a 56K, avoiding people, galactic tourist, taking screenshots. It was fantastic. But the game was just going too slow for me, and I couldn't do a lot. So I canceled my subscription for all of like 6 months until we could get cable internet. And as soon as we got cable internet, I logged back in. I started doing stuff again, and I was able to go other places than just Rory. So that done, I never really went back until way later. And by then, Restus had already been destroyed by, I think it was orbital bombardment by the Empire, and had become a PvP zone. I've been there since, and I still remember parts of it, like where the medical center was, and yeah, things like that. I used to run into the medical center to lose aggro on the guys that were hanging out just outside the gate. And it was a good place to hang out, just to rest, as it were. But yeah, it's kind of sad. I didn't get to keep my old stomping ground, but that stuff kind of happens when the Empire shows up. Yeah. I mean, it's an odd thing thinking about back in the early days of the game. Oh, one last really quick little story. So my first character when I made the game. I don't remember. I was going marksman. I always go marksman, or went marksman back then. And because you shoot stuff in Star Wars. Come on. And his name was Paladin Stormbringer because I had stolen one of my D&D characters' names. And I remember when I reactivated my account. I think it was like October 04 or somewhere around in there, maybe August. The character showed up when I went to log in, but he was basically bald, featureless, and had just white boxers on. And I went, uh-oh, I think they deleted my character. Not knowing any of this. I mean, this was my first MMO. That was my first character of my first MMO. So I was like, well, it's okay. I haven't played in like months. So I'll go ahead and make a new character and delete this old one. So I deleted him. Come to find out later, they never delete characters unless something bad happens. Which, in the entire history of Galaxies, nothing really bad has happened to character data. So, I still have the 2 characters I made that October. Alorphan Thent was made sometime in October. I'll show it to you via gameplay video sometime in the future. Very near future. And Virus Tychon, which is my other name. He was also made around the same time. And they were made on 2 different servers. And I spent a lot of time playing on Alorphan initially. And then I spent a lot more time playing on Virus. So my veteran rewards were split between 2 different characters on 2 different servers. One, I made Alorphan to be a rebel pilot, and I made Virus to be a Royal Security Forces pilot. Because that roundabout, I think Jump to Lightspeed came out around September 2004, somewhere in there. So you had to, when you started a new character, you chose a planet, and then you kind of had an idea of what piloting faction you wanted to do. So I was like, okay, I want to be a rebel and I want to start on Corellia. Well, that was a good thing for me because the rebel faction piloting that starts on Corellia is one of the easiest in the game. So there you go. It worked out. I still screwed it up come February of 2005, but what are you going to do? Anyways, that's enough reminiscing about old school Star Wars Galaxies. And, yeah, I'm going to go see how that download of DC Universe Online is going. 14 gigabytes. Some people. Until next time.